Bobcats with the lead. Free throw from Darling. No good, in and out. Bates leading 14-13, 10:35 to go, first half. Top of the key, they swing it around. Driving in, pull-up jumper, and falling over but drawing the foul is Jalen Lincoln. (14-13) Bates, 10:22 to go, first half. Free throw is up, and the free throw is good. So we are tied at 14. Second free throw is good. 15-14 the lead for Southern Maine. Into the game for Southern Maine is Christian McHugh. He started. Now I've got the scorebook updated for you. Again, 15-14 Southern Maine with the lead, and here's Jerome Darling with it. Off the screen, Darling kicks it over. In the corner, now top of the key, Darling again. Off the screen from Leary. Darling on the drive. Outside, they get it. And Marcus Delpeche along two, and he knocks it down. Marcus Delpeche with the shot clock winding down gives Bates a 16-15 lead. 9:45 to go, first half. Southern Maine with the ball. In the right wing, now top of the key, driving in. And the ball knocked away. Weiser had it knocked away. Leary, some more good defense from Quinn Leary. Leary will get it. He'll fire away a three. No good. Rebound to Christian McHugh. He'll push it ahead, and, well, they bumped Kevin Weiser that time. Foul whistled on Leary. 9:21 to go, first half. Bates leads 16-15 over Southern Maine. Top of the key for McMillan. Now in the corner for three, no good. Rebound, Marcus Delpeche. Jalen Lincoln missed the three. Here's Jerome Darling handling. Bobcats leading by one, 9:01 to go. First half of action. Frater on the drive. He'll fling it up. They say it's a jump ball. Oh my, John Furbush not happy. He wanted a foul call there. Possession arrow favoring the Huskies. Bobcats lead 16-15, 8:56 to go. First half of action. McMillan, the behind-the-back dribble, gets it across the timeline. Pass Frater all the way to the hoop. Malcolm Delpeche with the block. Right back to Southern Maine, though. Here's a long two, and a floater from Jacob Littlefield somehow goes over Delpeche and into the hoop. Southern Maine up by one. Darling the pass in low, Malcolm Delpeche, and a foul is whistled on the Huskies. Bates trailing by one here. 8:35 to go. First half of action. Frater will inbound to Darling. Now Marcus Delpeche. Cut to Frater, and he lost it. Loose ball. Malcolm has it, and a foul. Malcolm Delpeche called for the foul. 8:27 to go. First half of action. Bobcats trailing by one. Fred Knight, 6'7", 275 pounds, number 55 on Southern Maine. Definitely a load to handle for Bates. As both teams are substituting early and often in this game. We'll try to keep up with it for you. McHugh handling, guarded by Tom Coyne, first year for the Bobcats. Here's a backdoor cut, now a baseline jumper air ball from Southern Maine, but they get it back. 12 on the shot clock, nice feed down low, no good. Omar Haji Hersey had a good look, he missed. Marcus Delpeche the rebound. Here's Darling, pull up three, no. Tipped outside to Frater on the drive, outside. Three is up from Coyne, knock it down. Tom Coyne, the first year from Falmouth, with a big triple in the Bobcats lead, 19-17, 7:45 to go, first half. Here comes USM, nice feed down low, shot up, no good, but drawing the foul is Jalen Lincoln. Bobcats lead 19-17. .735 to go, first half of action. Free throw is no good. Bobcats leading by 2. Lincoln at the line. He is a senior guard from Nobleboro, Maine. His second free throw is up and in. 19-18, Bates on top. Sean Strickland back in for the Bobcats at the point after some extended minutes there from Darling. Over to Coyne. Now they've got it for McLeod. Back to Strickland in the wing. Back to McLeod. Thought about a three. Instead he drives outside Coyne. Same spot. One more time. No good. Back iron. Loose ball and a foul. Another foul whistled against Quinn Leary. It's going to be Huskies basketball with 7:10 to go. Here in the first half of action, Bates leading 19-18. But it is Southern Maine basketball. And here comes the Huskies. Haji Hersey fires a three, and it's well short. Leary the rebound. Here's Strickland across the timeline. Lobs in Marcus Delpeche. Outside, deflected right back to Haji Hersey. Here comes Haji Hersey. The feed down low. Leo up and in. Another turnover from Bates. Really killing them today. Ahead though, Marcus Delpeche throws it down. So Delpeche with a dunk, and Bates regains the lead, 21-20. Now they on the fast break the other end. Layup is good for James Starks, and it's timeout Bates. 6:30 to go, first half, and it's a 22-21 lead for Southern Maine over the Bobcats. As we'll look at some stats for you here. 22-21, the Bobcats are trailing. And I look at one number, turnovers. 9 for Bates, only 3 for Southern Maine. And Southern Maine has 8 points off turnovers. Bates shooting much better from the field, 45% compared to only 33 for Southern Maine. But those turnovers have been the reason Bates is currently trailing by 1. Strickland with it. Beyond the perimeter, now off the screen. Down low, Marcus Delpeche. Delpeche working the low block, and he's got the bucket. Nice post moves from Marcus Delpeche, and the Bobcats lead 23-22. They're shooting way better, and that's why they're up by 1 now. The shooting advantage Bates in this game. Leo on the drive. No one picked him up, but he misses the layup. Rebound for Coyne. Top of the key. 3. No good. Loose ball. And a foul on Coyne. Tom Coyne, a first year from Falmouth. Knocked down a 3 earlier. That time misses the 3 and then tried to get to the loose ball, but called for the foul. 5:48 to go. First half of action. Bates up 23-22 over Southern Maine. Clock stopped right now as they're in the bonus here, first half. 7th team foul on Bates, so Zach Leal will have a 1-and-1. The front end is good. We are tied at 23 each in this game. Second free throw is in. 23-23 the score, or pardon me, 24-23 the score. Southern Maine on top. Strickland off the screen from Malcolm Delpeche. Strickland on the drive, kicks it outside. That's a Hummel 3. Got it! Max Hummel knocks down the triple. The sophomore makes it 26-24 in favor of Bates. Big shot from Hummel, his first bucket. Now on the drive, this shot is way short from Littlefield. Here come the Bobcats. Strickland on the move. Off the screen from Malcolm Delpeche. Pull-up jumper. Got it. Sean Strickland knocks it down, and the Bobcats lead 28-24. (28-24) in favor of Bates. On the drive, Leal kicks it out. Now in the corner they go. On the move, shot up, not even close from Littlefield. I think that went out of bounds. It did. Bates ball. Bates leads 28-24. Strickland with it. And we have a whistle and a foul. Both teams now in the bonus, so Marcus Delpeche will go to the line. Free throw is good. Front end of the 1-and-1, nicely done. Marcus Delpeche, Bobcats lead 29-24. Second free throw is true. Nicely done. Bates leads by 6, 30-24. In the backcourt, being pressured significantly was the point guard McHugh. Now they get it down low into the block, but the shot is up from Starks and no good. Here comes Strickland. Strickland pull up. He misses the three. Marcus Delpeche to put back. No good. Marcus Delpeche gets it back again. I think he stepped out of bounds. He did. 4:10 to go, first half. And Bates leading by 6, 30-24. McHugh handling. And it's stolen by Strickland. Nicely done by Sean Strickland. He pushes it ahead. Boy, oh boy, I'm not sure. Pushing it ahead to McLeod, and it was pretty easily stolen by Southern Maine. Lincoln with it. Top of the key for McHugh. Now Starks along two, air ball. Strickland the rebound. Will he try to push it ahead again, or will he dribble it this time? This time he will dribble it across the timeline and slow it down. Bates leading 30-24, 3:28 to go in the first half of play. Strickland off the screen, and we have a whistle. Legal screen maybe? I'm not quite sure. In any case, it'll be a turnover. Another one for Bates. A couple of substitutions now for the Bobcats. They bring in Nick Gilpin again. And Zukowski's back in. Southern Maine ball, 3:24 to go. First half, Bobcats leading 30-24. McHugh with it. Being guarded by Lincoln. Now Starks. Handoff for Lincoln. Lincoln in the right wing. Pressured by Gilpin. They get it over now to McHugh. McHugh on the drive. Over to Starks. Battling Malcolm Delpeche. Over. Tried to pass it over him. Did. And at the shot clock buzzer, missing the shot, is Haji Hersey, and coming away with it is Zukowski. Justin Zukowski, who started this game, drives in, lobs it for Marcus Delpeche, who pulls it in. Now he posts him up, and he lays it home. What a play by Marcus Delpeche, and the Bobcats lead 32-24. And we have a timeout, I believe, called by Southern Maine with 2:35 to go here in the first half of action. Great job by Marcus Delpeche to go up and get that pass, reels it in, and then lays it home. 32-24 Bates. Looking at the early stats, Marcus Delpeche playing really well. He's got 14 points on 6 of 8 shooting to lead the way for Bates. James Starks III has 10 points on 5 of 8 shooting to lead the way for Southern Maine. Malcolm Delpeche, 7 points on perfect shooting, 2 rebounds. Also has 2 fouls, though. Marcus Delpeche has 3 rebounds. Sean Strickland's having an interesting game. Only 1 of 4 from the floor, but he has 4 rebounds and 5 assists already. Jerome Darling has 5 rebounds for Bates. And here comes Southern Maine. Tip now for Lincoln. Now they get down low into the block, kick it back outside Starks. He's been the hot hand, misses the 3. Offensive rebound secured by McHugh. McHugh the jumper from the baseline, no good. Malcolm Delpeche the rebound. Here comes Bates. Hummel thought about it. Now to Malcolm Delpeche, and we have a blocking foul. So it'll be Bates' ball. Malcolm Delpeche drawing the foul. Bates leads 32-24, 2:06 to go here, first half. Malcolm Delpeche will get a 1-and-1 opportunity, it appears. 7 points today for Malcolm Delpeche. Front end of the 1-and-1 is good. And Bates leads 33-24. A 9-point advantage here in the first half for the Bobcats against Southern Maine. Good crowd on hand. The students are not here because they're on vacation, but everyone else showing up. Nice attendance here at Alumni Gym. Makes the second free throw. Bobcats leading 34-24. When the students get back from vacation, that's when this place is going to be deafening. It's a very tough place to play regardless for opponents. Bobcats leading by 10. They lost to Southern Maine last year on the road, looking to get in the win column this year against the Huskies. As Starks handling, now they get it over the left wing. Deep 3 is up and no good, way off the mark by Lincoln. Here come the Bobcats. Hummel with it. Hummel on the drive. Kicks it outside. Now good ball movement. Zukowski for 3. No. Rebound, McHugh. McHugh pushes it across the timeline. Now he'll drive in. Spins into the paint. Handoff Starks. Starks all the way to the hoop. Count it and the foul. James Starks III, the senior forward from Miami, Florida, is carrying Southern Maine right now as he's got 12. And he's going to the free throw line. Bobcats leading 34-26, 1:31 to go. First half of action. Free throw is up, free throw is no good, and it deflects to Leary. Here come the Bobcats. This is Gilpin. The first year gets it over to Zukowski off the screen from Marcus Delpeche. Now to Leary. This is Hummel. Hummel driving outside Marcus Delpeche. Thought about a 3. He hit his first career 3 earlier this year. Behind the back dribble, Gilpin all the way to the hoop. Up and in! What a play by the first year from Hamden, Maine. Nick Gilpin. 36-26 in favor of Bates. Inside a minute to go here in the first half. Driving in, off-balance jumper, money from the elbow that time. Making it was Christian McHugh. Here comes Gilpin across the timeline. Over to Hummel. Off the screen from Marcus Delpeche. Long 2. Back iron. Zukowski the rebound. 29 seconds on the game clock. Shot clock is just 1 second ahead of it. Down low, Marcus Delpeche with the layup. The Delpeche twins playing really well for the Bobcats. And they lead 38-28 with 17 seconds to go, first half. Driving into the lane is McHugh, and he was fouled on the floor. 11.5 seconds to go, first half. Bates leading by 10, 38-28. Marcus Delpeche has 16 points and 5 rebounds already. His brother Malcolm, 9 points, 3 rebounds. So they've combined for 25 points. Southern Maine as a team has 28. Free throw is up, and it is good from McHugh. 38-29 in favor of Bates, 11.5 seconds to go here in the first half. And the second free throw is in. So Bates up by 8. They'll have 11.5 seconds to try to get the final shot up. Pass way ahead to Coyne. Now they've got Leary. They got all their shooters in the game right now. See if they can get a last second shot with 3 seconds. With 2, may not have time. Leary for 3, got it! Quinn Leary beats the buzzer, and the Bobcats lead 41-30 heading into the halftime break. How about that? Quinn Leary, the senior from Auburn, knocking it down. The Edward Little product from the corner at the buzzer, and Bates a double-digit lead here at halftime. Heck of a first half for the Bobcats. We'll be back with the second half of action in about 20 minutes or so, but a very nice job by Bates. Let's get you some first half stats before we send it to break here real quick. After that 3 by Leary at the buzzer, 41-30 in favor of Bates. For Leary, that's his first bucket of the game, and it was a 3 to beat the buzzer. Marcus Delpeche leads all scorers with 16 points on 7 of 9 shooting. He's got 5 rebounds. Malcolm Delpeche, 9 points on 3 of 3 shooting. He's got 3 rebounds. And then after that, it's very balanced. Starling has 3, Leary has 3, Hummel has 3, Coyne has 3, Strickland has 2, and Gilpin has 2. And then you look at Southern Maine, James Starks the third with 12 points on 6 of 10 shooting. And then Zach Leal has 7 points. And you look at the team stats, Bates is shooting 50% from the field compared to only 28.9% from Southern Maine. So that's the big difference. And after some turnovers early on, Bates kind of settled down. They still turned it over 11 times, only 4 for Southern Maine. But in the end of the day, the shooting has been the difference. Bates has been outstanding shooting the basketball so far in this one. Now we will take our halftime break, and we will be back for the second half here in a bit. But the score at halftime, Bates 41 and Southern Maine 30. All right, ladies and gentlemen, we're ready to start our second half of action here at Alumni Gymnasium, with Bates leading by a score of 41-30 in their home opener against the University of Southern Maine. Sean Strickland running the point for Bates as we get the second half underway. As top of the key for Marcus Delpeche, now outside on the right wing for Zukowski. Top of the key, Strickland off the screen from Malcolm Delpeche. Strickland step back, kick out. Zukowski, corner three, back iron, no. Rebound secured by the Huskies. That's Jacob Littlefield with the board. 41-30 Bates. Just underway, second half of action. Driving into the lane, all the way to the hoop, Leal with the bucket. Zach Leal, the senior out of York, Maine, makes it 41-32 in favor of Bates. Top of the key for Marcus Delpeche. Now left wing, Sean Strickland. Top of the key, Zukowski drives in. Down low, Malcolm Delpeche with a two-hand slam. And the Bobcats lead 43-32. 18:51 to go in this one. Kick out, Starks, who's had a good game so far, drives on Malcolm Delpeche. Off-balance shot, great defense by Delpeche. And he gets the rebound. Here comes Strickland on the move. Outside in the corner, and McLeod traveled. So it's going to be Husky basketball with 18:36 to go here in the second half of action. With the ball is McHugh. Now they get it top of the key for Littlefield. In the corner for Leal. Leal on the drive all the way to the hoop. Lays it in. Zach Leal cuts the Bobcat lead to 9. It's 43-34. Here's Strickland. Now Zukowski in the right wing. Top of the key for Marcus Delpeche. Now Strickland in the left wing. Down low, it is kicked by Littlefield. Bates ball. Top of the key, Strickland thought about it. Being guarded closely by McHugh. Strickland handling again and loses it briefly. 4 on the shot clock. A three got bumped. Shot by Malcolm Delpeche. Beats the shot clock and it's good. Malcolm Delpeche. Nicely done. The Bobcats lead 45-34. Malcolm Delpeche having a heck of a game. And now driving into the lane, spin around, turn around, jumper is good. Christian McHugh, and I tell you what, coming out hot right now, USM in the second half. Top of the key for Marcus Delpeche. Marcus on the drive, he'll lay it in. Marcus Delpeche, it's his turn to get the bucket. And Bates lead 47-36. And this time the ball knocked out of bounds. Last touch by Southern Maine. It'll be Bates ball, leading by 11, 17:02 to go in this one. Sean Strickland handling it at the point. Malcolm Delpeche to his brother Marcus with the layup. It's good. 20 points for Marcus Delpeche. And the Bobcats lead 49-36. 16:43 to go in the game. They have no answer for the Delpeche twins in this one. Starks on the drive. His pass goes into the seats. And it's Bates ball. 16:34 to go. Marcus Delpeche, 20 points on 9 of 11 shooting. He's got 5 rebounds. Malcolm Delpeche has 13 points on 5 of 5 shooting. He's got 5 rebounds. They've combined for 33 points, and the Bobcats lead 49-36 over the Huskies of Southern Maine. These two teams played each other last year, and Southern Maine won that game. It was at Southern Maine near the start of the season, just like this game at the start of the season. Of course, This one being right here at Alumni Gymnasium. But if you look at last year's schedule and results, the Bobcats entered the contest at 2-0 on the year. They had beaten Norwich and they beaten Maine Fort Kent to start the season, but then they lost 106-92. It was a high-scoring game, to say the least, at Southern Maine last year. But this year, Bates up by 13, 49-36. It obviously won't be nearly as high-scoring as last year's game, but hopefully for the Bobcats, they'll come out on top in this year's version of the game. So Sean Strickland handling, gets it over to Zukowski in the left wing. Top of the key, Marcus Delpeche. Now Strickland off the screen. Strickland a pull-up jumper, a long two, no good. Zukowski the rebound. He'll spot up for three. He'll knock it down. Justin Zukowski, the junior from Portland, with the triple. The Bobcats lead 52-36. Southern Maine trying to answer. Down low in the block. Leal has it knocked away to Starks. Malcolm Delpeche the block. Haji Hersey the shot. No good. Malcolm Delpeche the rebound. On the other end, they turn it over though. That was an issue earlier in the game. Not as much to start the second half. It's on the drive, laying it up. No good. But the putback is good. McHugh missed it, but Haji Hersey cleaned up. 52-38 Bates. 15:29 to go in this one. Left wing Zukowski. Now he gets it to Malcolm Delpeche, top of the key, and a foul off the ball. It'll be against Haji Hersey, it appears, and the Husky. So it'll be Bates basketball with 15:20 to go in the game. And the Bobcats leading 52-38. Bates will inbounds. They get it into Jerome Darling. Bounce past Marcus Delpeche. Now they get it over to the first-year Gilpin. Nice feed. Marcus Delpeche slams it home. Gilpin to Marcus Delpeche for the dunk. And Bates leads 54-38. Now on the other end, they push it down low and a foul. An offensive foul. Well, they actually called traveling. I thought they were going to call an offensive foul, but they called traveling. I couldn't see the referee. He was directly below me. But a travel nonetheless. Bates ball. 54-38 in favor of the Bobcats. Exactly 15 minutes to go in this one. So here comes Bates. Gilpin across the timeline. Now a feed down low. Malcolm Delpeche double teamed. Trying to escape. Handling the ball, gets it over Zukowski, 19 on the shot clock. Now Jerome Darling with it. Darling, the point guard here, directing traffic. Gets it over to Gilpin. Gilpin looking. Now Malcolm Delpeche. That's a two, and he knocks it down! A long two for Malcolm Delpeche. He can't miss. 56-38 in favor of Bates. 4:27 to go in the game. Here's a long, that's a three, and knocking it down on the other end in the wing is McHugh with the triple. Bates on the other end, offensive foul. 56-41 Bates, 14-13 to go in this one. Couple of substitutions. Quinn Leary in, replacing Malcolm Delpeche, who has been outstanding, as has his brother Marcus. 56-41 in favor of Bates. Marcus has 22, Malcolm has 15. Combined, they are 16 of 18 from the floor. Just sensational. All right, here is Southern Maine. This is Jamal Richard. And loose ball on the floor. It's going to be Southern Maine ball. There's a blind spot for me on the baseline here on this side of the court. I'll do my best though to bring you what happened right under the hoop. As they had trouble inbounding the ball. Now they do to Starks. They get it over top of the key. They'll reset with 14 on the shot clock. Pull-up jumper. That's a two, and it's short. from Jamal Richard, and somehow they got it back, but the shot missed by Starks and Marcus Delpeche the rebound. Darling, Leary, Marcus Delpeche, Gilpin, and Zukowski on the floor. This is Leary for three, and he knocks it home! Quinn Leary with the three to end the first half, extends the Bates lead to 59-41. They are in control with 13:28 to go in this game. Top of the key for three, no good from Fred Knight. Rebound, Jerome Darling. Darling on the move, and a whistle and a foul off the ball, I believe, on Knight. He fouled Marcus Delpeche. Again, Marcus Delpeche leading all scorers with 22 points in this game as Max Hummel is back in. As they inbound it to Darling, now Marcus Delpeche. Looking around, he gets it to Gilpin. Nice backdoor feed, but his dunk was denied, but he got fouled. Good feed by Nick Gilpin, and Marcus Delpeche went up for what would have been a violent dunk, but he was fouled. So, in the end of the day, he will go to the free throw line for two. Just looking at Marcus Delpeche, he had 15 points in their opener. He had 8 points in their second game of the season. Look at last year's totals. First free throw here, bounces off the rim and out. Last year, his biggest scoring output in one game was 21. He did it twice against Southern Vermont and against Babson. That free throw is good, 60-41 in favor of Bates. In the NCAA tournament year, driving into the paint, laying it up and in is Leal, 60-43 Bates. Here comes Darling with it. In the NCAA tournament year, his biggest output was 19 points. Here's a three for Hummel from the corner, and it's no good. And here come the Huskies, pushing it down the court quickly. Now, checking his first year on campus for Marcus Delpeche. Never had more than 13, so we got a new career high tonight for Marcus Delpeche. How about that? On the drive, the kick out, and a whistle, and I believe this is going the other way based on the reaction of the Southern Maine bench. It'll be Bates' ball. So Marcus Delpeche, 23 points, a new career high based on what I just looked up. So congrats to Marcus Delpeche, 23 on 10 of 12 shooting. Right wing, driving in, Gilpin all the way to the hoop, and he draws the foul. He got hit hard by Jalen Lincoln. And Nick Gilpin, who has 2 points and 3 assists today, will go to the line for two. The first year, Gilpin out of Hampton, Maine, and Hampton Academy, 6'3", 185 pounds. First free throw from Gilpin is good. Bates leads now 61-43, 12:06 to go in the game. Second free throw is true. And here come the Huskies. Bates up 62-43. Here's a drive by Starks. Nice defense by Marcus Delpeche. Loose ball on the floor. Leary has it. Oh, he almost turned it over, but he gets it back. Nearly a steal by Lincoln. And it bounced right back to Leary. Now Darling with it. Jerome Darling directing traffic. No one really moving right now. Now they get to Hummel in the left wing. Hummel off the screen from Marcus Delpeche. Hummel in some trouble, and he tried to get it into him. It's knocked out of bounds. Bates ball. They lead 62-43, 11:28 to go in this one. It's been all Bobcats here this evening. And it's been all Delpeches. Just sensational from both Malcolm and Marcus. Marcus a new career high in points. 6 on the shot clock. Jerome Darling for three. No, front iron. Rebound, Southern Maine. Here come the Huskies. And the right wing for Lincoln. Lincoln handling top of the key, guarded by Darling. Down low, they get it to the big man, Knight. Knight working on Marcus Delpeche. Shot over Delpeche is good. So it's 62-45 in favor of Bates, 11 minutes to go in this one. Ahead to Hummel in the corner. Down low, Marcus Delpeche having to deal with Knight here. Nice feed to Darling, and Darling traveled. So it's Husky basketball with 10:51 to go in the game. Bates Bobcats leading by 17 points. Dribbling it up the court, pulling up, firing a very tough shot and somehow making it is Jamal Richard, the first year out of West Palm Beach, Florida. That was a very tough shot and it somehow went in. Darling working hard to get that ball past Richard, and Richard fouled him. And Jerome Darling will help Bates maintain possession. Malcolm Delpeche is back in. He will replace Marcus Delpeche. Malcolm's got 15 points on 6 of 6 shooting. Inbounds feed, not a good one by Gilpin, turnover. And here come the Huskies. All the way to the hoop, Leal lays it up and in. Zach Leal has 15 points now. 62-49 in favor of Bates. Darling, tough pass, Hummel has it, baseline. Tough man-to-man right now. Down low, Malcolm Delpeche. Feed Hummel, free throw line shot, got it. Max Hummel knocks it down. He's got 5. The Bobcat lead at 64-49. Driving in and a blocking foul whistle on Bates as Zach Leal continues to cause trouble. 15 points for Leal on 6 of 12 shooting and 5 rebounds. And now Leal will go to the line. He is 3 of 4 from the line so far in this one. Bates leading 64-49, 9:52 to go in the second half. 64-49 Bates. They're saying it was not a shooting foul as a substitution here. Eli Frater back in, replacing Nick Gilpin. So not a shooting foul. And here's the inbounds feed. And they get it over to Leal. Leal working it, kicks it out, top of the key for Richard. Richard guarded by Darling. Top of the key for Weiser. Now they've got it. The big man with the jumper, no good from Fred Knight, but offensive rebound by Weiser. Richard handling. Darling basically daring him to go left. Spin around, tough shot, partially blocked by Darling. Darling gets the rebound, and here comes Darling, pushing him down the court. Nice feed, Hummel. Now top of the key, Leary, back to Darling in the right wing. Darling off the screen from Leary, fires a 3, no good. Rebound, Weiser. Lincoln handling. Jalen Lincoln, hand off to Weiser. Now Richard, 8:50 to go in this one. Bobcats lead 64-49. Leal for 3. Yes, he knocks it down. And it's a 12-point game, 64-52 in favor of Bates. Jerome Darling off the screen from Malcolm Delpeche. Now Frater with it. Frater drives baseline all the way to the hoop. Layup no good. Malcolm Delpeche the rebound. Outside Hummel for 3. And he traveled. So it's Southern Maine ball, 8:21 to go in the game. And now Marcus Delpeche is in for Hummel. And Christian McHugh in for Southern Maine. So the Delpeche twins on the floor for at the same time. They've been separated most of this game. It's worked. Now they're both in there. We have a whistle and an offensive foul. Whistled against the Huskies with 8:13 to go. Bates will take over, leading by 12. Also into the game for Bates is Tom Coyne, and now we have a timeout called with 8:13 to go in this one. 64-52 68-52. Bobcats with the 12-point lead, 8:13 to go in the game. Second half has been close. They've only outscored Southern Maine by 1 point in this second half, but the story has been the Delpeche twins. Marcus Delpeche, a career-high 23 points on 10 of 12 shooting, and he has 6 rebounds as well. Malcolm Delpeche has 15 points on 6 of 6 shooting. He has not missed a shot from the field, and he's got 7 rebounds and 2 assists, for that matter. Next highest scorer is Quinn Leary with 6, so those two have been doing a lot of work. 5 assists for Sean Strickland leading the way in that category. Jerome Darling has 7 rebounds as a point guard, which is pretty impressive. Tied with Malcolm Delpeche for the team lead today. Zach Leal leads Southern Maine with 18 points on 7 of 13 shooting. And James Starks III has 12 points on 6 of 13 shooting. So now we're back in action. Darling gets it over to Marcus Delpeche. Now Malcolm over to Jerome Darling, top of the key. Coin for 3, no good. Rebound Delpeche. Marcus misses, puts it back. And Marcus Delpeche has 25 points. And the Bobcats lead 66-52. Now a turnaround jumper and banking it in on the other end is Fred Knight. 66-54 Bates, 7:35 to go in this one. Darling gets it over to Marcus Delpeche. Top of the key from Malcolm Delpeche. Now Darling with it left wing. Top of the key, Coin thought about it. Now Malcolm Delpeche along 2. Boy, oh boy, he is feeling it. Malcolm Delpeche is 7 of 7 from the floor, and the Bobcats lead 68-54. Leal kicks it outside. Here's a long 3 up from the left wing. No good from Richard, and Delpeche to rebound. Darling off the screen from Malcolm Delpeche all the way to the hoop. Layup no good. Here comes the Huskies on the move. Good fast break, but what a block by Malcolm Delpeche of Leal's shot. Here comes Darling on the other end. Layup no good, but he's fouled. Southern Maine wanted a goaltending call there. The entire bench jumped up in the air. They couldn't believe it, but Malcolm Delpeche simply took that ball out of the sky. And then in transition, Jerome Darling will go to the line for a pair of free throws. Bates leads 68-54, 6:47 to go in this one. Darling's first free throw is up and in and out. Well, you know, we were talking to Malcolm Delpeche on the Bates Bobcast this week. He was our Bobcat of the week, and he and Marcus both making a case this week for that award. But he was saying how he mentioned that he didn't want to be a one-trick pony. He didn't want to be just a guy known for doing his work in the post. He wanted to expand his game, and he has looked good with these outside shots. Not quite threes, long 2s, and that makes him almost unstoppable when you have to worry about him making those jumpers in addition to throwing down huge dunks. A 3-up is no good, but they get the offensive rebound as McHugh missed a 3. But here's Leal guarded closely. Now gets it over to Knight. Knight on the baseline, and we have a whistle off the ball and a foul going to go against Bates with 6:25 to go in this one. And Malcolm Delpeche has looked confident on those long 2s, and he's made them today. He's made every field goal attempt, 7 of 7 for 17 points and 9 rebounds. He's 1 rebound away from a double-double. Inbounds feed, they get it over now to Leal. He's been their biggest scorer today. Fires up a 3, no good. Marcus Delpeche to rebound. Give Marcus Delpeche 9 rebounds today. Here's Sean Strickland. Down low, Malcolm Delpeche has it knocked away, and it's going to be Bates' ball. Starks knocked it out of his hands, but out of bounds. Last touch by Starks. And Southern Maine. Inbounds feed now. They get it over to Malcolm Delpeche, working it, driving it, and he traveled. So it's going to be Southern Maine ball. With Bates leading 69-54, 6:05 to go in this one. Driving, McHugh kicks it outside. Weiser, step back 3, short. Rebound to the Bobcats. It's Coyne, the first year, getting the rebound. Tom Coyne. Here's Marcus Delpeche, and it's an offensive foul on Marcus Delpeche. It's going to be his second foul of the game. 5:41 to go. And into the game for Southern Maine is Donnie Agoso for the first time today. Here's McHugh across the timeline, guarded by Strickland. McHugh on the drive all the way to the hoop, and Malcolm Delpeche definitely altered that shot, but Starks gets it, and Starks with a little floater in the lane knocks it down, and it's 69-56 Bobcats with 5 minutes and 19 seconds left. And again, an offensive foul going to be called on Marcus Delpeche, his third foul of the game. So back-to-back possessions, back-to-back offensive fouls, and turnovers called against Bates. Bobcats leading by 13, though, 69-56, 5:18 to go in this one. Outside Weiser, off the screen, now top of the key they go. Left wing for McHugh, drives in on Strickland, now kicks it back outside. Shot is up, that's a three, and it's good. Jacob Littlefield has cut this Bobcat lead to 10. It's 69-59 with 4:48 to go in the game. Southern Maine not going away right now. Strickland to pull up. Shot is good. Sean Strickland with the answer. And Bates leads 71-59. Strickland has 4. Here's McHugh with it. Bobcats up by 12. McHugh just fires a 3. Short. Rebound, Malcolm Delpeche. Malcolm Delpeche has a double-double. Here's Sean Strickland. 17 points, 10 rebounds for Malcolm Delpeche. Coyne with it. Off the screen from Marcus Delpeche. Coyne tries to split 2 defenders, now floats it outside for Strickland. Strickland gets it into Marcus Delpeche. Marcus Delpeche double teamed outside to Malcolm with 8 seconds. He's going to fire a 3. There's a foul call against Southern Maine. Not on the shot, it was off the ball as Malcolm Delpeche launched the 3, and 3 did not go in. There was a foul off the ball. One of the Huskies fouled Marcus Delpeche, and so Marcus Delpeche will go to the line and shoot some free throws. He's 3 of 6 from the line today. He's got 25 points and 9 rebounds. Free throw is good. Make it 26 points. Marcus Delpeche already way past his previous career high. Second free throw is true. 73-59 in favor of Bates. 4 minutes to go in this one. McHugh off the screen, guarded by Strickland, top of the key. Now on the left wing for Littlefield. Driving into the paint is Leal, and he draws a foul. And Leal to the free throw line. Zach Leal, a senior guard, has 18 points to lead the Huskies today. His free throw is good. Second free throw is good as well. The Bobcats lead by 12. 73-61. Strickland the bounce pass off of Marcus Delpeche to a wide open 3 in the corner, and McLeod missed everything, unfortunately. Out of bounds, going to go to the Huskies. 3:40 to go in this one. Bates leading 73-61. McHugh guarded by Strickland, driving into the paint, and a whistle. And another foul going to be called on Bates. And that means free throw. 17 foul on the Bobcats. And Christian McHugh, the junior guard, will get a 1-on-1 opportunity as Nick Gilpin checks back in for the Bobcats. He's played pretty well today, I'd say, for Bates. 4 points, 3 assists off the bench. So the 1-1, the front end is good, and it's a 11-point game, 73-62. Bobcats on top, 3:30 to go. Southern Maine refusing to go away, really. I mean, they're not being blown out of the water like it looked like they might be early in the second half. It's a 10-point game, 73-63, and now a full court press. Bates has to be careful here. Strickland looking to break the press, and he does. Gets it across the timeline, bounce pass, Malcolm Delpeche with a two-hand slam. And Bates back up by 12, 75-63. 3:13 to go. McHugh on the drive. They get it outside. Now Starks, guarded by Malcolm Delpeche, looking to drive. And he lays it up, no good. Marcus Delpeche to rebound. Nice pass up ahead. Gilpin to the hoop. Traveled. Yeah, he took one too many steps there. Driving to the hoop. Maybe in the NBA that would not be called, but they'll call it here in the NESCAC. 75-63. Bates on top, 2:55 to go. McHugh fires a long shot from the right wing. No good. Out of bounds. Should be Bates' ball. It is. With 2:49 to go in this one. 19 fouls for Southern Maine. So the next one means 2 free throws for the Bobcats as Gilpin will bring it up over to Strickland. Gets it across the timeline. Strickland in the right wing now. Off the screen. Behind the back dribble, pull up long 2, no good, and a good box out that time by the Huskies. Getting the rebound was Littlefield. Littlefield across the timeline, guarded by Marcus Delpeche. Now on the left wing, now they go top of the key. Driving into the paint, all the way to the hoop, Leal with the bucket. So it's once again a 10-point game, 75-65 with 2:11 to go. Every time they pull within 10, though, Bates seems to respond as they get it over to Strickland, top of the key. In the corner, Hummel, bounce pass to Strickland off the screen from Marcus Delpeche. Back to Hummel, corner 3, a deep one, no good. Malcolm Delpeche the rebound, outside to Strickland, and the shot clock resets with 1:43 to go in the game. Bates up 75-65. And now a wide open look for Gilpin, and he makes it. Nick Gilpin knocks it down, and Bates leads 77-65. And we have a timeout called by the Huskies. So it's 1:26 to go in the game. Bates leading 77-65. And again, sometimes our score bug on this video feed will freeze. And so I will keep you apprised of the score. And you'll know it's frozen because the clock won't be moving even when they're playing. And so that's how you can tell it's frozen, and then eventually it unfreezes itself. But in any case, it is a minute. There we go. It's 1:26 to go in the game. Bates up 77-65 over the Huskies of Southern Maine. Marcus Delpeche in this one has 27 points, a career high, 11 of 14 from the floor. He's got 10 rebounds, a double-double. Malcolm Delpeche also has a double-double, 19 points, 11 rebounds on 8 of 9 shooting and 2 assists. Quinn Leary's got 6, Nick Gilpin has 6, Max Hummel has 5. Sean Strickland has 6 assists, 4 rebounds, and 4 points. Jerome Darling has 7 rebounds, 4 points. On the other end, Zach Leal has 22 for Southern Maine on 8 of 16 shooting. James Starks III has 14, and Christian McHugh has 11. Bates out rebounding Southern Maine 46-31. Bates shooting even 50% from the field. Southern Maine only at 35.2%. The one area they've struggled today, Bates has turned it over 21 times, whereas Southern Maine has only turned it over 8 times. But Southern Maine's not making very many shots, while Bates is. Now here's a feed down low out of the timeout for Leal. Leal kicks it outside, a deep 3, and that one's good for Christian McHugh. And all of a sudden now it's 77-68, a 9-point game after that 3-pointer with 1:14 to go. Bates trying to hold off Southern Maine down the stretch here. Obviously, at some point, Southern Maine has to start thinking about just fouling and forcing Bates to make free throws down the stretch. Bates, 61% from the line today, 11 of 18 in free throw shooting. Normally, the Delpeche Twins struggle at the line, but not today. They've done pretty well. You look at the numbers from the line, 5 of 8 from Marcus Delpeche and 3 of 4 from Malcolm. Both those numbers very good for the Delpeche Twins from the line today. We'll see who they have out there, though, out of this timeout with 1:14 to go and leading by 9 after McHugh able to knock down that contested three-pointer. Bates, looking in the days ahead here, will have that challenge of the University of New England. They have to go to the University of New England on Monday for a 7 o'clock game. Then they play Babson on Wednesday. Not tomorrow, but not tomorrow, but a week from Wednesday they play Babson at 7 o'clock. All right, out of the timeout, they get it into Sean Strickland. Strickland will try to get it across the timeline, and he does. Nice ball handling. 20 seconds to go on the shot clock, and he's fouled. And Sean Strickland will get 2 free throws. And it is the double bonus now for Bates. Strickland, his first trip to the line of this game with 1:02 to go in the contest. Bates leading 77-68. And Strickland's free throw is no good. Southern Maine brings Jacob Littlefield back into the game, replacing Jamal Richard. Second free throw for Strickland is also no good. Malcolm Delpeche almost brought it in, but here come the Huskies. Down by 9, under a minute to go, all the way to the hoop. The layup is good. Christian McHugh, and it's 77-70 in favor of Bates with 53.5 seconds to go in this one as Strickland missed both free throws, and Southern Maine scored very quickly. So it's still a 3-possession game, but Southern Maine just refuses to back down. They have now outscored the Bobcats 40-36 here in the second half. And we've seen Southern Maine put up some points. Talked about how last year Bates went on the road to play Southern Maine. Obviously not a very long trip, but a road game nonetheless. And they lost 106-92. This game much more low scoring. And the very next game, they host the University of New England and lost 101-89. So that's going to be certainly a test on Monday when they have to go to the University of New England, see if they can get a win there. A good start will be to beat Southern Maine. A couple of early tests, and then they play at Babson, and you know Babson will be out for revenge. Last year, Bates beat Babson on New Year's Eve when Babson was ranked. They beat him 83-78. So that's your rest of November. Southern Maine, and then tonight, and then 2 road games. So here come the Bobcats, leading by 7, and Strickland is fouled. And they're going to make him make some free throws. He missed the 2 earlier, and he'll go to the line again. 50.5 seconds to go in this game. Bates leading 77-70. And really, it's going to come down to, they can make some free throws here down the stretch. No doubt about it. Sean Strickland to the line. And the free throw is good. So he drains that one. Bates leads 78-70. 50.5 seconds to go in regulation. Bobcats looking to move to 2-1 on the young season, and the free throw is good. So Bates up now by 9 again, 79-70. Here comes McHugh for the Huskies. Spinning around, looking for somebody. Gets over to Littlefield, guarded by Marcus Delpeche, driving on him, and a foul. So he'll go to the line. Marcus Delpeche called for, I believe, his 4th foul this game. 36.1 seconds to go. And the Bobcats leading by 9. And Jacob Littlefield, the senior forward, makes the first free throw. (79-71) in favor of Bates. Second free throw, no good. Rebound, Marcus Delpeche, and they foul him right away with 33.7 seconds to go. Marcus Delpeche, 5 of 8 from the line today. Career high 27 points. He has 11 rebounds for a double-double. Both Delpeches have double-doubles. Free throw is good. It rolls in. Make it 28 for Marcus Delpeche. Bobcats leading 80-71. 33.7 seconds to go in this one. And quite simply, the difference has been there's been no answer for the Delpeches. Southern Maine has been unable to even contain them today as he makes both free throws. He has 29 points, and Bates leads 81-71 with 32 seconds left in the game. McHugh gets it over to Leo. He'll fire a three. Way off. Marcus Delpeche, another rebound. Give him 12. And that should pretty much do it as Gilpin gets it over to Eli Frater, who will hold on to it with 11 seconds, and back to Gilpin. And Gilpin will dribble around, being pressured a little bit by Starks, but that's going to do it. Behind a career high 29 points for Marcus Delpeche, the Bobcats prevail 81-71 over the Southern Maine Huskies, and Bates improves to 2-1 on the year. Meanwhile, Southern Maine falls to 2-2 on the season. What a performance by Bates. Marcus Delpeche, 29 points, 12 rebounds, 11 of 14 from the field, 7 of 10 from the free throw line. That's a career high 29. Malcolm Delpeche, 19 points, 11 rebounds, 8 of 9 shooting, 2 assists. And that led the way. I mean, the next highest point total, 6 points for Leary, Strickland, and Gilpin each. Leary made that three at the end of the first half, which was nice for Bates. He also had 3 rebounds and 1 assist. Strickland had a good balanced performance. He had 6 assists. And that is a game high, 6 assists with 4 rebounds. And then you look at Hummel had 5. Darling had 4 points, 7 rebounds. Zukowski, 3 points, 3 rebounds. Coyne, 3 points, a couple of rebounds. So really an overall an outstanding performance. But again, the highlight, Marcus Delpeche, a career high, 29 points. We will sign off. Once again, your final score, the Bobcats 81, the Huskies 71. We'll be back on the air for another men's basketball game coming up in December. The next home game for the men's team is December 7th, Wednesday, December 7th at 7:30 p.m. when they host Bowdoin. Bobcats win it. Have a good rest of your evening.